My name is Tiffany Wood and I am the author and illustrator of a brand new book just out called The All Year Round Christmas Handbook. Plan, make, cook and create your own unique celebration. So this page is called Wrapping It Up. It's all about what you might like to have on hand in the month of November for wrapping up your presents. So I am going to show you one way of organising all of those items you might need in a very handy portable way, so that you can take your wrapping supplies to the shed, to your bedroom, in front of the fire when the kids are asleep, and you have everything there that you need. Very, very handy, because otherwise you can waste an awful lot of time. So I have made this portable wrapping station out of an old galvanised bucket. You could use any bucket you like, as long as it has a handle and you can carry it, then it's fine. Now I've been rather indulgent creatively, and I have made out of an old piece of linen some decoration to go around the top of my bucket using linen, silk paint and embroidery thread, but you really can do something much, much simpler, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. The crucial thing in the bucket is what's inside. In the middle of my bucket, I have an old linen pouch that I've made that's got two handy storage compartments in order to put my ribbon, my tape, my labels, my scissors, etc., that sort of thing. So I have made mine out of linen. I've embroidered it, but you really don't need to. And then I'm going to show you how it attaches each side and makes a very handy divider, so that you can have your tall wrapping rolls at the back and perhaps tissue or smaller pieces of paper at the front, and then you're all ready to go. The big secret is tying on one pair of scissors so that you don't lose them, because I certainly find I always do. I like to have a few pairs, but it's great knowing I've got one pair attached to my bucket. So how do we make it? Very simple. I'm going to show you using this bucket. It's a smaller version, and this is my sort of cheats way to decorate. Merely take a piece of ribbon that you like and tie it around your bucket. I've sealed it in place with a very tiny bit of glue from a glue stick. Just a smudge there, smudge at the back, tie on your ribbon, and then you're ready to go. Now what's crucial is what is inside our bucket. So here I have a handy pouch that's going to attach at the end, and that's what I'm going to show you how to make. So first of all, you'll see it has a pocket for maybe your pen, for your labels, for bits and bobs, tape, and then in the back a bigger pocket that you can put other supplies in. So how I've made this one is by taking a piece of fabric that is twice as long as your bucket and exactly the same width. Okay, no need for any extra hem, so just the width of the bucket and twice the height. What you'll also need is two little pieces of elastic, 6 centimeters long each. Now, I've done a bit of pre-preparation here to save time, and what I've done is you take your long piece of fabric, you fold it in half, and then at the folded end, you're then going to snip out a 2 centimeter square from each corner, so that you end up with a funny shape that looks like that. So it's just a long piece with 2 rectangles taken out of it. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to sew on a pocket. Okay, again, I've done it already. Literally take a piece of fabric that's a few centimeters narrower. I've chosen the same fabric and laid it horizontally, but you could have a contrast, or you could have a plain and put a piece of ribbon on the top, whatever you fancy, but essentially add your pocket. What I've also done is I have overlocked or zigzagged all the way round the edges. Now, if you want to be really neat, you could hem the top of your bag, both ends, but I've just zigzagged mine for speed today. So whatever you feel you want to do. Now next, what you're going to do is, with your pocket on the inside so that the right sides are together, you are then going to sew with running stitch down each side. So not into the cutout parts, but just literally that section on each side. Before you do that, you're going to take your loop of elastic, so fold your piece, your 6 centimeter length, in half, and you're going to insert it inwards about 1 centimetre down from the top of your pouch. So I don't know if you can see it there, it's sticking out very slightly. If I open up in the middle, I end up with a nice elastic loop. So I'm going to do that now down both sides. Now you'll have to forgive my machine, it's incredibly old, incredibly precious to me, but very old and pretty noisy. So let's see how we go. Don't forget when you start to reverse stitch to make sure that that it's properly secured, because this will be, your pouch once it's full will be holding a little bit of weight and you don't want the stitches to pop undone. So I'm making a seam of a little bit less than 1 centimetre. As I say, there is plenty of suggestions for what you might like to keep in your wrapping station, your wrapping bucket, in my book. One of my best little tips that I will share with you, if you don't know it already, is, as well as the scissors, making sure you've got a pair of scissors attached to your wrapping station, I also like to keep in it a few paper clips. And the reason for that is that a paper clip is a brilliant way of making sure that you can always find the end of your tape. Just pop it underneath there and you'll never waste minutes trying to find the end again. Anyway, I digress. So now what I've done is I've sewn both sides of my pouch. Next, where we have these cutouts, if you pinch the inner corner of the cutout on each side and then squeeze it together, you will get a nice flat line, okay? And this is what's going to create what we call a sugar bag bottom. So it's going to give us a flat bottom to our pouch, which just essentially means that you can keep a little bit more at the bottom of it. So it makes it a bit more roomy. Not vital, you could ignore the cutout bit altogether, but I just think it gives us a lovely finish. So I have just sewn in, again, maybe 1/2 centimetre on each, there you are, 1/2 centimetre seam there, and then I'm going to do the same on the other corner. So take the inner corner on one side, the inner corner on the other side, squeeze together to give you that nice straight line. Then once again, I'm just literally going to sew that straight line in running stitch. Again, remembering to go reverse stitch to make sure it's nicely secured, because you don't want holes in the bottom of your pouch for anything to fall out. So as soon as I've done that, then turn it inside out and you have one flat bottom to your bag, you have a handy pocket, and then you have your pair of elastic loops on each side. Next, what we're going to do is to bring back the bucket and, using some ribbon, you're going to thread through your elastic loop each side, drop your pouch in, and then using the ribbon you can go through either around the handle, or in fact this lovely old bucket has got some metal braces on either side, so I'm going to use that. But essentially whatever ribbon you fancy. And there you have one handy bucket with your pouch, with your pocket, all ready to fill with everything that you think is essential to your Christmas. Not forgetting, as I say, the most important thing of all, your scissors, which again I'll put in the pocket and then tie with a nice long piece of twine or ribbon so that you're not restricted, but also so that you never lose it again. And there you have it, one mini portable wrapping station.